My name is Alyssa Huss. This is my student Kirsten, and we're just going to video record about a half hour of her lesson here. All right, go for it, Kirsten. Yes, A.
Oh my gosh, sloppy. Again.
Let's do that one more time.
It's going too fast. Why do I do that? Going down? The down, I keep thinking it's all the blacks.
That's okay. Go ahead and do it one more time just to smooth it out. Slower. Coming again. 1, 2, 3, come under. Okay, so right hand had a fingering problem. Right hand, we're going to go all 5 fingers until you run out of fingers.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
then bring over 3rd finger. So one more time from the top, and then we'll take your hands separate. Slower. 1, 2, 3, thumb under. There you go. 3rd finger over. Now both thumbs on the root. Right hand, 4th finger. There you go. And thumb under. Good job. 3rd finger. Very nice. Okay. And your chords. Would you like to do it again? Or would you like
No,
to do
no, move on. Because I think I was up to A flat.
Yes, yeah, we have a whole bunch more. Okay.
But I had done it really well earlier.
Of course.
Do you want...
So, go ahead and go on a B scale.
Okay.
Left hand, 4th finger. There you go.
Oh, yeah, so...
Good job. Go ahead and put the chords on.
Oops.
2 black notes for the 1 chord.
Oh, yes.
There.
Oh, my stars.
No. Do F sharp. I'm just going to make sure that I've got the volume up on this because
Sure.
So myself through this if it's not even.
I like that one.
Yeah, that sounded much better.
Yeah. Did you hear it? The volume up here?
It doesn't show whether or not the volume's on, so we'll just keep going.
Do you want me to do that one again, or is that good?
No, we got it. Go ahead and move on to C sharp. C sharp, G flat.
Wait, I think I go. Let me start that again. It's very similar.
Very nice. Okay, so that's one of the reasons I like to pair those two scales together is because the fingering is so similar. It's consistent in both.
Yeah,
of them.
those are fun.
So once we go to A flat, now both hands break the rules. Do you want to do it hand separate first?
Is that the one I did last week?
Yeah, that was your new one for last
Okay.
week.
I think I got it. Let's see.
Okay.
Wait, I just did which one?
We just did C sharp, D flat, so now we're on A flat.
Oh, yes. Okay. I think it starts like this.
Uh-huh. Yep. One more time, just like that, up and down.
Wow. Let me start that again.
A little slower, don't rush. Very good job, and your chords. Very nice. Okay, using our circle of fifths, which scale is going to come next?
E.
Very good. Well, actually, it's not E.
E.
It's
D sharp.
or
E flat.
E flat. Yeah,
Yeah.
very good job. Do you want me to show it to you, or do you want to try and find it?
I bet I can find it.
Okay, so try just one hand, whichever one
Okay.
you like, and see if you can find the fingering. So we don't start with our thumb on a black note, so we know we'll start on 2. And then we're actually going to go immediately thumb under.
Okay.
So E flat, and then up to F. G, E flat, thumb under. And then thumb under again. There we go. Thumb under. There you go. Very nice. 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2. Very good job. Go ahead and try that one by yourself. Very good job. Let's do left hand together. We'll start on the third finger. 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, Nice job. Okay, now you can do hands together, but very slowly. Nope, we're gonna go immediately thumb under.
Oh yeah.
Fourth finger over. Third finger, good job. Fourth finger. Very nice. So we want fourth
Oh
finger.
yeah, yeah.
So third finger. There you go. And then fourth. Yep, you were right.
Oh.
And then fourth finger, good job. Okay, do you feel like you have it well enough to work on it at home?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And go ahead and do the chords just to make sure you've got those two.
Oh my lord.
Very good job. Okay, so do you have any questions for me about your scales, about your circle of fifths?
No.
Okay, sounds good. So, let's go ahead and do your Hanon. Let's start with number 10. Did you have any questions for me about the Hanon you're reviewing or about the number 10 you're working on? Okay.
I'll get my glasses.
Okay. And I'll write the fingering out here for you.
This one actually felt quite easy, almost where I felt like I was missing something.
Oh, really?
Because of the way it repeats the
Mhm.
ones, you know, together.
Yeah, number 10 is a nice one. I like
Mhm.
number 10.
Whereas the one before that, it felt cramped, and they were just
Right.
kind of like. Oops.
Go ahead
whenever you're ready. Do you want your hands separate or hands together?
Together.
Okay. Distracted yourself.
Yeah.
It's sounding really nice. Have you worked it with the metronome at all?
Teeny bit.
Not so much?
Yeah. Does
well,
it feel offbeat?
No, it's pretty steady. But I was thinking it might be improve a little bit with the metronome. Would you like to take it for another week and get it more solid?
No.
Well, it's actually 2 weeks till your next lesson.
No, because I mean, like, can I play it again for you?
Oh, yes.
Because
absolutely.
I feel like I won't get distracted.
Let's go ahead and turn the metronome on now.
Okay.
Do you know what speed you were at?
I think we were starting at 60.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's see what 60 feels like. See if that's about right for you.
I think that's fine, but that sounds so slow compared to that.
Right. Well, that's because it's to the 16th note.
I got
So
you.
we only, because it's in 2/4 timing, so our metronome's only going to click twice in each measure.
Oh.
So there's 4 notes to every tick of the metronome.
So I might have been doing it
in between.
Well,
but
I
we
can
could
do it
set
that
it that way if you
Yeah.
like. But let's see what 60 feels like, and
Okay.
then we can reset it if we need to. So before you start, you'll count at least 4 beats. It's like starting a duet, but it's a duet with the metronome. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. So listen again before we start. Listen for just a second. 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a 1.
Okay.
And that might be too fast, but let's give it a try. Well, we started a little faster than we went a little slow, so we just want to get back in time. You want to start at the turnaround?
Yeah.
Okay, so listen to 4 ticks before you begin. 1 E and a 2 E and a.
Whoops, one more time.
1 E and a 2 E and a. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to move number 10 into the review category. So, like, once between now and your next lesson, just review numbers 1 through 10. And go ahead and turn the page, and we'll get you started on number 11. Does that help you understand how to use the metronome?
Yes, a lot better.
Okay.
So that, I didn't even realize that that's what
it's 2/4 timing, so there's only 2 beats in the measure.
Okay.
So now you're left-handed, so whichever hand you'd like, go ahead and try just one hand for like the first line to get the feel of the
Okay.
pattern.
Wait, let me
Nice
try
and
this
slow.
hand,
Okay.
actually. Wait, is it that what I'm doing?
Nope.
Dun,
Pirate.
dun, oh, dun, dun, dun. There you go.
Yeah, there you
First,
go.
second.
Nope, we spelled a wrong note in there. So we have C, E, A, G, A, G, F, G. There you go.
That's what I did, right?
I think we might have changed that. So start again from here. A, G, A, G, F, G, D, F, B, A, B, A, G, A, B, G, C, B, C. Nope. C, E, C, C, B, C, B, A, B. There you go.
I see they're
There you
tricking
go.
you because the last one was just those numbers,
Mm-hmm.
but they're having one go down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me try
So just a tiny. Do you want to try hands together or hands
Yeah.
separate? Okay.
Oops. Oops. I keep going into the last one. Down. Jeez Louise, okay. What am I doing?
Nice and slow. There you go. There you go. You feel like you don't need that?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Go ahead and put that one away then, unless you have any more questions. I'm gonna grab us a. Oh, bless you. Oh, you okay? Oh.
I was trying to not sneeze, and then it just gets all weird.
That was a lot of sneezes. All right, I'll take your hand.
I was trying to want to blast a sneeze, so I was
Oh,
like
thank you. I appreciate it.
stifling.
Go ahead and pick a color. We didn't do that at the beginning of your lesson. And then you got my thoughts.
Be green today.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so in your yellow book, how's Amazing Grace going?
Fairly good. I just touched on those like twice, but I think
Okay.
it's coming along.
Okay. Did you enjoy your spring break?
It was awesome. And you know what? I was still feeling a little rough from being
Oh.
sick, you know?
Yeah.
But I swear, the second we went out of town, I got this new burst of energy and I felt
Nice.
way better.
Oh, good.
So, yeah,
Oh, awesome. Sometimes a change of place helps.
totally.
Do you want hands separate or hands together?
Let's do it together.
Okay.
Oh, yes. I was practicing the other one so I could. Right. Sorry, I'll stop talking.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, Lord. One more time.
Nice and slow. Don't rush yourself. Good job.
Oh, like, as soon as I like stop looking, I forget what I'm doing. That always sounds weird to me on mine. But it's that off note. Right here.
We have a wrong note in your
Where
left.
am I? I just lost track where I was. Wait. I love that
I
one.
know, isn't that fun?
Get you all groovy.
bumps you back for the last line.
Oh,
But it
okay.
wants you to do your hands 1 octave lower, which sounds
Oh.
really cool. So go ahead and try it and see if you can pick up right there
Okay.
and just move your right hand down into the bass.
So do just this part again?
Yep, but your left hand will stay right where it was, down
Mhm.
here. And your right hand's just going to come down to this G.
Oh,
So there's
gotcha.
actually room for it there, and it makes a really neat sound. There you go. Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah,
I
that
like
is
that.
cool.
A little flourish at the end
So
there.
if I did this again, I know it would be a lot smoother.
Okay, well let's
But-
go ahead and have you take it again, because what
Mhm.
what I'm noticing through it is we have a lot of pauses right here after your triplet.
I see.
And the triplet, we can't, there's no rest or anything in here. And
Mhm.
so it almost needs to feel as if this triplet is part of the phrase continuing
see.
into the next measure. Now there's some places in this song, especially since it's a little jazzy, where we can
Mhm.
take a deep breath or kind of expressively slow it down. Like right here where we have the broken chord, the rolled chord. That
Mhm.
could be a little slower if you want to. But the one place we really can't stop and pause and take
Is
a
that
break,
stuff?
yeah, is between the triplet and the downbeat of the first measure.
So let me do that just for it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I see.
Because
Okay.
we want to keep that musical phrase
Mhm.
connected. Do you want to try it one more time like that and see
Sure.
if you can fix that now?
I'll just go slower in general.
Not so fast. There you go.
I'm sorry.
So it's okay. I'm going to stop you anyway since we had the little mistake. We'll take
Oh.
it from the beginning again. One of the things that's going to help you with that is your eyes need to be traveling a little bit farther ahead in your music. Because
okay.
if you're looking at the note you're playing, then by the time we need to play this next chord and
Mhm.
move your hand position, it's too late. There isn't enough time to get your hands there, which is why you're hesitating. You're
Mhm.
hesitating to look at, okay, what comes next. So, sorry, something in my throat. So we want to just change the way you're looking at the music. Instead of seeing it as, here's this measure, I'm going to play this measure, we want to see where does this phrase lead me to,
Mhm.
and make sure, because we've got a whole rest right here in the left hand, not whole rest, we have a quarter note rest in our left hand here. So we have time to get our hand ready, but we need to be looking through it at what's coming.
Mhm.
So, and in a way, it's like looking at this as if it's leading us into that next phrase right there.
Mhm.
Does that make sense to you?
Mhm.
Okay, so go ahead and try it, just keeping your eyes a little bit ahead of where you're playing so that you can see what's coming next.
Okay. I know, I keep looking ahead. And I did when sometimes I can really feel that difference. You're right.
So that's something that you can work on at home
Just
a
looking
little
at-
bit. Yeah,
okay.
looking ahead into the piece and kind of paying attention to where the phrase is leading you to,
Okay.
and making sure that your hand is ready and in position when it's time to play those notes.
Okay.
Because there's plenty of places throughout the song where we do have a moment to take a breath
Mhm.
or something, and those are our chances to look ahead. Because once the timing says "and now begin," we can't stop and
Mhm.
take a
So,
coffee
like,
break.
these
in
are
the middle of it.
breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Those are breaks. I gotcha.
So let's set this one aside. Did you work
Okay.
on Over the Rainbow, or
I
would you
did.
would you like to do Ave Maria or Over the Rainbow?
Let me this one.
Okay.
Just because I just recently played it more. Oh shoot, it's gonna take me a second. to warm up.
No worries.
Some of those sound weird to me, the chords they choose.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, it's a very jazzy sound.
Yeah. Maybe I'm not a jazzy girl. And then the hands get so close together, I'm often thinking I'm
Right.
wrong. Jeez, let me start there again. See right there, it's so weird.
Well, we have a little tension right there. So the tension increases with the dissonance, and then if we we pull through it, then we're going to have the resolution.
Ah.
So it's one of those things where it creates beauty because of the tension. Kind of like, I don't know if I told you this already, but when I was like 12, I was like, I'm going to write a story where only good things happen to my characters. I write, in the beginning, and then I was kind of like, the end. Like, as if there's no tension, then there's no story.
Right.
So in our songs, we're going to have tension over some of the dissonant notes, and we have to push through it to find the resolution. And that's where our phrase is leading us to.
Mm-hmm.
So again, kind of like in Amazing Grace, where we needed to have your eyes a little bit ahead to see what's coming. The same principle can be applied in this song, where if we feel that tension, we need to be looking at, well, where is this tension leading me to? Where am I going in this phrase? Where am I going in this piece? Where would you like to pick up from?
Well, let's start right there.
Okay.
Because now that you're saying that, it is true. Because when we're doing jazzy stuff, when it has that off sound,
Right.
I immediately think, am I on the wrong note?
Right. And it's easy to second guess yourself and think, oh, am I playing the wrong note? And that's partly we want to get comfortable and confident with the music, so we know, yes, this is the right note, and it's taking me somewhere intentionally.
Sounds great. Just looking ahead.
Super slow is great.
That sounds wrong, but it's not.
Well, that one was wrong.
Oh.
We hit a wrong note.
It's not wrong.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. Fix that. Second ending this time.
Okay, to true.
So a wrong note in your left hand. Go ahead and pick up from somewhere again.
I see that one.
We're going to rock these chords and move your hands, both hands, up an octave. 8 VA means 1 octave higher than written.
That's what I thought, so I go.
Yep, rock it, and then hands.
And then that one's a C.
Yep, there you go.
Okay. This is the same note right here, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's why we have the bracket around it in the left hand, because both the right hand and the left hand are striking the same note.
Okay, gotcha. That's so not sharp, okay? I'm rusty at the moment.
That's okay. That's such a pretty
Much
song.
more rusty than when I played it earlier at home, but that's
well,
okay.
We always play better at home in the
I
privacy
know.
of our own houses.
Yeah.
I would recommend some hands separately work. on it this week. And anytime that you're in there, like if the accidental is being held to the measure and you're having trouble with that, go ahead and just write it in with pencil to remind
Accidental
yourself.
meaning?
So this one right here is showing it's a C natural, and this one's also going to be a C natural.
Right.
So if you're having trouble remembering that through the measure,
Okay.
then you can write in another one. There was another spot over here where we had
I think this thing with the fingers.
yeah,
on the
right
side.
in there with the fingers together. So anytime you need to, you can put little, but always use pencil when you're writing in your music, because then if we don't need the marks anymore, then we can erase them.
Okay.
Any questions for me on this one? Okay. Can we touch on the Ave Maria for just a minute? Okay. Now, did you get a chance to work on this one over spring break?
Not much.
So
That's
much?
why I was like, don't be
Okay.
disappointed.
That's all right. Always appreciate whatever comes in.
That's right, it's the beginning.
So, would you like to do it hands separately?
I will to warm it up, for sure.
Yeah, no worries.
This one?
So remember before you even
Oh
begin,
gosh, the flats.
the little rest in there, because
Oh.
even though, because when we're playing it hands together, our left hand is going to take the place of the downbeat right there. So even though we're playing just right hand inside of yourself, you need to say the 1 and 2, and because it's going to keep track of the rhythm of the song correctly.
Okay. Oh, sorry. 1. I go from fast to slow, huh?
Well, just keep it steady, nice and slow.
My hands are all wacky right now.
That's okay.
What the heck?
That's good. Wrong note there. Go ahead and take the beginning of that measure.
Okay, 1. What am I
So
doing?
you're forgetting the E flat, because we've got the natural right here for the B, but then we are keeping the E flat up there. So we've got
Oh, right.
C. There you go. Much better.
Timing is really bad on this, huh? I think it's hard without the other hand to time it.
Well, yeah, that's one of the things that helps hold this piece steady.
Ah. This one I always forget what it is. It's C. It's do down. Yeah.
Yeah, so down the F.
I just need to memorize F, 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 F. Otherwise I'm counting.
Very good. Now the last chord right here is not a rolled chord. So make sure that that one's nice and solid. You have a really good natural ear. You're familiar with the song, and so most of the time your timing is correct just intuitively. But we want to firm it up a little bit, especially because in the hands separate, we don't have our left hand to rest on for our steady timing. So I think some metronome work would be good for you this week.
Okay.
I'd do 80 to the quarter note, because that'll just hold it real steady all through here. And then same thing with the left hand. Hands separately, metronome. And then once you feel comfortable at 80, you'll probably only have to do it a couple of times at that speed. Then you can move the metronome up a little bit. And then
Will you show me what 80 sounds like real quick?
Absolutely. And then you'll probably be ready for some hands together again after that.
I had it, man, it's so funny when you don't play it for a little while.
Yes.
Because when I'd been playing it, it was really, I was like, wow, I'm really doing it. And all of a sudden
Starting
it's
to
like,
get fluent. Well, a couple of weeks of spring break will do that. But don't worry about it. Next week, what I'd like to see is some improvement on the Ave Maria.
Okay.
Because the Somewhere Over the Rainbow, the Amazing Grace, those are teaching us really good things as we go along, but this is kind of our main piece that we're working on this spring.
Okay.
And I'd like to see this one kind of come along a little bit more quickly.
Okay.
Alright, so here's what it's going to sound like at 80. I've got 80 to the, it's not actually a quarter note because they're triplets, so it's groups of 3. 1. So it's going to feel quite slow.
So every click you do a finger.
Yes. We're doing a note and then there's our rest.
Right. Okay, so that's pretty easy as long as the click match it up.
Yeah, it'll be nice and easy to do. And then once you get comfortable with it later on, we can move it so that the metronome is clicking 1 to each third. But for now, I just want it super simple, super easy.
Okay.
And then that'll help you through here because some of your 16th notes were a little bit off. So let me just write in the timing for you. And then you're welcome to write in your timing throughout more of the piece if you'd like. But let's see, we're in 4/4 timing. So this spot right here, there's 1, there's our downbeat. And then 2 is right here. So here we have 1 and here we have 2, E, and which is why it's feeling kind of funny, as we're switching from 3, a rhythm of 3 to a rhythm of 4 in the space of the measure right here. So the metronome is going to help a whole bunch with that because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then those 8th notes are coming in right in there on the and. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and I think with the metronome that so it won't give you any trouble. And then if you'd like, as a challenge, like if you feel like, because it'll be 2 whole weeks till I see you next, if you feel like you've got this and you're ready to move it up to the next level, then you can switch your metronome to, let's see, and it actually is going to be, let me see what 60 is going to feel like if we do 60 to each triplet. Oh, that's right, we need to do it on there. So I know we got to run around this out of time.
Faster.
So this will be the next step. So it'll actually be slowing your metronome down because that was 20 slower than what we just did.
Then 80?
Well, because we had 80 to each quarter note.
Oh,
and now
I
I
see.
switched it 60 to each
But it just
triplet.
speeds up the sound. So how, when this is actually performed at its fullest, it doesn't go that fast though, does
No,
it?
because molto lento means slow. Slow and with movement.
So that sounded fast.
So that was too fast. So
Okay.
even 60 would be too fast. But I was trying to show you kind of like if you wanted to change the meter with your metronome to triplets instead of quarter notes.
And then change the pace.
Yeah, but 60 was too fast. So that speed so I would say if you're gonna do that, then it would be more like probably 48 on your metronome, and that's gonna be to each triplet. But first, get really, really comfortable with it. 80 to the quarter note. And then that's kind of just a challenge you can work towards if you like.
Okay. It's funny, Skylar Chase, in practice, he goes, Skylar, what color do
I don't know if you
you
can see that. That's the notebook I'm sending home with her today. Just your boys picking their colors.
Well, Scott Chase was playing the other day and he goes, so Sky, what color do you have? And I was like, oh. And did you see how he moved forward in his scales?
He did.
He
passed
was
his
so
brother.
obsessed with it.
I noticed.
Like,
he came in and he had like 3 more than
well, I
Skylar
go,
did.
Scarlett Chase, you need to master that one. And he goes, I know, Mom, but now tell me, how do I do this one?
Right. And
like,
then he wanted to give him the next one. I was like, no. Fingering
so I kept showing him the new one. He's like, okay, I got that. Okay, now what's the next one? I'm like, Chase, have you looked at your books? You got to pass on the books. He's like, well, I'm just really, so it was so, I don't know if he passed his books, but he was so like obsessed with like passing his brother. And